We were on 1100 AM at that time, and then we started doing it again on just podcasting, and we've been doing podcasting ever since.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's count down. 3, 2. Cheryl. 3, 2.
Welcome to the Chips and Salsa Show. And we're live on YouTube, and we want to say hello to all our chipsters. And I'm Don Jorge El Alacran, and with me I have Cheryl Rosado, my co-host.
Hello.
And we have a great guest today, and we wanted to share all the good information to all our chipsters out there. We have a big event coming up Saturday. She'll talk about it. And I just wanted to welcome everybody back to our show. And
yeah, it's been a minute.
Huh?
It's been a little bit.
Yeah, we've been with the holidays. Well, not holidays, but we've been in hiatus. She's been out of town. I've been doing other things. But we're going to have our podcast on a regular basis once a month or twice a month. And we'll have guests. And Cyn.ladd is who our guest is going to talk to you about some of the guests she's going to have. They're going to be fantastic guests at the Freedom Fest. You want to mention, Cheryl's going to mention our vendors, and then from there we'll start the show.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to our sponsors, AZ Injection Perfection on Instagram, and she does hydration IV. So I know she has, she had a beauty bag. She sent me some of her pricing, and it's hangover relief, athletic bag, and beauty/immunity. So that's her IV hydration stuff that she has going on. So we thank her for her support. And of course, Cyn.ladd Air, which is our AC and plumbing conservative small business there, and they support us, and we love Cyn.ladd Air. So as we're getting into the warm weather, you want to make sure that your AC is up and running, and Cyn.ladd can help you with that. We also have elected leadership for SRP. And that's right, the SRP election is still not happened yet. It's very close now. April 7th is the election day, and you can go to electedleadershipforsrp.com to find out more information. We got to support our guy, Kelly Cooper. He's been on the show a whole bunch of times, and he's running for member at large for SRP, and they have a whole slate, and we've had most of them on the show. Really great guys, so you want to check them out. And then also OneTeamOneDreamFoundation.org. That's another great sponsor. We'd love for you to go to their website, give them views, and see what they're all about. And then we are here from the MCRC We the People building, and we appreciate them letting us do our show here, be in the studio. They have a big event coming up this week as well. Friday and Saturday nights, they have the CIA Whistleblower Election Integrity events. So we're going to post the video for you on our channel, so you can search for that, or you can look in the description box. There'll be a link to it. But Friday night is almost sold out. It's a pretty intimate event. They only have a couple tables left, and you have to purchase a whole table to be able to attend the event. And they're going to be giving away signed books, and you'll be able to see the format. And I think it's going to be a little bit like this, like, close, intimate talking and stuff. And then on Saturday, they're more like theater style events, but those tickets are a lot less.
Is that here, or?
Yes, that's going to be here. And they did say that the parking is not going to be an issue. You're not going to have to park on the street. They are going to have parking. It's going to be secure. So you definitely want to check those whistleblower events out. We were talking to Chairman Berlin about it earlier, and they're really excited. They put together a great video. You've got to watch it. So take some time to check that out. And then, like George said, we have Cyn.ladd from Freedom Festival, which is the 28th from 10 to 4. And she's here to tell us all about it, because you moved locations, you added some stuff. We're excited. Tell us all about it.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Cheryl. Thank you, George, for having me. I'm excited to be here and to be inside a studio and to be live like this. I mean, we did this last year.
Yeah.
We were outside in the heat when we were recording this.
Yep, we were.
And so nice. It's a really nice studio and nice to be here. So just to back up a little bit, we actually are doing 2 events this year. And we didn't talk about this off air, but on Friday night, we are having our Activist Society dinner. And that is going to be at the Glendale Women's Club, downtown Glendale. And that is also, it's $75 per plate, or you get a discount if you're a couple to buy your tickets, or you can buy a table also. But this is a fundraiser for Gun Owners of America Foundation. And we are having a live auction. We have several vendors who have donated. I don't know if your system lets me say pew-pews or the G word or...
Oh, yeah.
I can say gun.
I say pew pew just in case.
Okay.
Everyone knows
So
what I mean.
We pew pew. Okay, so we have several beautiful long pew-pews that we're going to be auctioning.
Rifles. and guns.
We're going to be having a live auction. We also have a silent auction, and we have some tremendous speakers there. John Valleco, who is one of our vice presidents, myself, Cyn.ladd, who has done amazing crime data research, and our keynote speaker is Mark W. Smith with Four Boxes Diner, and also Sheriff Mark Lamb will be there. So we're going to have a really fun night, and if you go to gunowners.org is our website, gunowners.org, and at the very top when that page opens up, you're going to see a link for Freedom Festival. Click on that, and there will be in a drop-down menu the Activist Society dinner, and you can go there to click on it to get more information and to purchase tickets. And at last count, I think we have approximately 20 tickets left.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, this is happening very soon. This is what, Tuesday night. This is Friday night is when the dinner.
And that women's club, is that close to where the...
Yes, because it's right downtown Glendale, and the women's club is not very far from where we're having the event on Saturday.
okay.
Yes. And so, yeah, the event on Saturday, let's talk about that.
Yes.
It is called Freedom Festival. We started this 2 years ago after the last Second Amendment rally was held down at the Capitol. And the guys and gals who were running that event called Writers USA reached out to me. They called, said, hey, we're getting too tired. We want to retire. And I, at the time, I'm like, yes, I want to do this. This is so great. I'm so excited to do this. And then I realized this is a lot of work.
It's a big undertaking.
It's hard. This is
a big
really
event.
hard. And so we took it over 2 years ago, and we held our first event also. We didn't want to make a lot of changes with the first event. We wanted to keep it down at the Capitol. We wanted to respect everything that Writers USA had done and all the years that they had put into the event. And but we quickly realized that the space was too small for what we wanted to do. Because if you remember, George, from years past,
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl, I don't know if you had been to, were you at very many Second Amendment rallies down there?
I've only been to 4 total.
Okay. So originally, when we had a friendly person in the Capitol, we were on the whole big lawn of
Yeah.
the Capitol, and we had a lot of space to be able to spread out, have room for vendors and events and different things. And then when the current governor took over, the occupier in chief, took over, we got moved off of the lawn, and we got moved across the street onto the Wesley Bowlin Plaza, and it's a beautiful little park. And that's the key word. It is little. And so it was extremely cumbersome for us in having the event there. So after last year's event, I started looking around, and it was pretty amazing through my research with various cities and different parks and areas, and even looking at some ranges about trying to hold this. The big stumbling block I was running into with different cities and their parks, they were not going to allow us to carry. You would not be able to have your pew-pew
Wow.
And that's a real important thing because we are celebrating freedom.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to express that openly or concealing. And so many of them are like, no, yeah, we'd love to have you guys come on over, set up your event and do it. But you got to leave your best friends at home or locked in your vehicle. And we were like, nope, we're going
That's
to
a
keep
deal
looking.
breaker.
That was a huge deal breaker. And finally, I had someone suggest, you should check out Glendale. You know, the mayor is a very friendly, big two-way supporter.
Yep.
And I've got to give a shout out to Danny Williamson, who works in the city offices. He has helped me nonstop in putting this all together. And when I went over there, and he's like, well, we've got this park, and we've got this park, and we got this park. So I went driving around looking at the parks and everything. And it was just like, I didn't feel it. It just was not what we wanted. Plus, there are peacocks in their parks. If you know where I'm going with this, they have peacocks, and the peacocks are beautiful. But the peacocks
They think
leave
they own
things. They leave things all around, and there was going to be no way that we were going to be able to have that all cleaned up. And so it was like, nope, I don't want to be dealing with the goose poo and the peacock
I don't
poo.
know that I've ever like mentioned this on the air before, but I don't get along with peacocks. I don't care for peacocks.
They can be an aggressive bird.
Yes, I'm biased against peacocks, so I'm glad you didn't choose a.
I am
the
too. Yeah. So that was, I just knew that there was reasons why I didn't want to be in Peacock Poop Park.
Yes.
And so I went
Thank
back.
you.
You're very welcome. I went back to the city offices, and I was kind of just walking around downtown, and I came around this corner, and I'm like,
Ta-da!
oh my goodness.
The lights.
It was like this light came shining down and the music was there and it's like, whoa, whoa. And I'm looking and there's a parking lot. It's a 3-acre parking lot and there's nothing in it except parking. And I'm thinking this will be perfect. We can create this into the most amazing event.
Yep.
Went back over to Danny's office and I'm like, that parking lot. Can I have the parking lot? Sure. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm thinking, how much is this going to cost?
I know.
How much is this going to cost me?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Thanks to our mayor.
The mayor is fabulous. I haven't even really officially met him yet, but I love the city of Glendale. And, but I do have to say we're bringing a lot of traffic into the area. And I'm hoping that, with the shops, with the people visiting, with what we are doing there, that they are going to have a financial reward with just the traffic that we are driving to the city. So we've got this huge parking lot, and we're looking at the map here. So I have this huge open parking lot. And I'm not an architect. I don't have a CAD machine to be able to, draw this whole thing out. And I went there with my tape measure with a friend, and we literally hand measured that parking lot, and we were measuring out sites. And that's how this drawing came to be. That we were in the heat of last summer walking around and measuring all of this out. And then we do have a staff person then that took my chicken scratches and we created this map of what we were envisioning.
And even that's changed now a little bit.
And then, yes, so just last week, Danny came back to me and goes, we got to change some things. Fire code this, fire code that. We got to do this. We got to have, code says we got to have walkways. I can only have 7 vendors next to each other, and then I need to have a 12-foot walk space. So that's what this all changed. This all changed. And then with the food trucks and everything. So
How many food trucks do you have?
We'll be there.
People
We'll
love
be there
that.
next to the food trucks. So if you look at the food trucks, you'll see we'll have a big old thing set up for interviews. So, Roscoe, if you're watching this, we're going to interview you again.
Yeah, well, okay. Cheryl, food trucks.
Yes.
I've got Diner on Wheels, Aleene's Kitchen, Sweet Scoop, and Arizona Arctic Snow are both going to be set up in my kids area because I've got a huge kids area this year.
As a mother, I have to say that's a little evil of you.
I know.
You put the ice cream and the snow cones,
Well,
right?
I've got more evil for you.
Oh, great.
I also rented a popcorn machine
Oh, my God.
Oh,
and a cotton candy machine.
Of course.
I mean, come on. I mean,
yeah.
you got to have cotton candy. And so, yes, I'm going to be, every parent is going to hate me, but every kid is going to love me. K-Star Barbecue. I love the smell.
K-Star Barbecue.
I love the smell of K-Star Barbecue. Beverage Junkies. These guys have like smoothies and all of those wonderful, delicious drinks that you can only imagine.
I will have a smoothie.
That's going to be my breakfast. And then Jerk Island.
Jerk Island.
He is going to be set up in a tent because in front of his tent, he's got this huge grill he's setting up. It's going to be island food.
Oh, island food.
Island, so Jerk Island food. And Delight's Barbecue Bayou.
Oh, bye.
Just, I mean, I'm wondering, I forgot to ask him if he's going to have alligator, but it's going to be Bayou type food, which I think is like Louisiana cuisine.
Bayou
Cajun.
food.
Yes. And Cajun, definitely. And then California Taco Shop. Johnny's going to be there with that. And then
You have a coffee cart.
I got a coffee cart. Yes.
Yeah, he's right here.
I met these guys last year, Espresso Coffee Bar.
Awesome.
They are just a really cool couple of guys. I met them actually at an event that we had at Shooter's World honoring Charlie Kirk. And they were there. We had a booth there. And I said, would you guys like to come to my event? And I told them all about Freedom Festival. And they're like, yes. So they are, and I'm like, you got to get there like 6 o'clock in the morning because I'm going to need coffee.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be there at 6 o'clock.
Everyone who sets up is going to be like,
I know, we need
proud of
coffee,
them.
right?
Oh, yeah, I know. And
Right, Eric?
yeah. I hope so. If you guys are listening, you got to bring lots of staff, lots of coffee, lots of beans, everything, because the line is going to be long for the Espresso Coffee Bar. And so in this area from where the stage is, right here, this stage area, the coffee bar is going to be set up right here.
Right across from us.
Right from you guys, just right across from you.
Eric, coffee's right across from us.
Yes. So
Big round of applause for that.
lots of delicious, and I wanted variety of food. I have to make a true confession to you. This was kind of a scary thing. 2 weeks ago, I had 2 food trucks. And because I had food trucks lined up and I was getting calls that they were canceling, they were dropping. And I'm like, what is going on? Finally found out there's evidently this coming weekend, there is like a food truck convention somewhere that they all go. They pay to be there to be able to promote their wares. And I was panicking. It's like, am I going to have to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for everybody? So
We would have sold lemonade, right?
yes, yeah, we could have had a lemonade bar. Yeah, but I ended up finding this website that is like a food truck website, and I filled out what I was looking for, and I kind of put some descriptions in there, and the date, the time, et cetera, et cetera. And then they gave me the choice that I had to go through over 700 food truck vendors.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I don't have time to go through this and be figuring out who I want to invite. So I clicked all.
Nice.
And I'm going to be, I'm like, this was like 2 o'clock in the morning I'm doing this. And I'm like, oh, my email is going to blow up. I'm going to have like 699 people wanting to be there. I actually was able to find all of these guys there, and I probably only had about 6 that I said, I already have a barbecue, I already have this, and I hated turning people away. I mean, I wanted to have everybody there, but these people had already signed up and committed, but I'm so glad I hit all because everybody else is going to the food truck convention.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was kind of scary, but the good Lord, I tell you what, has been blessing me all the way through this because when that happened and I'm sitting there looking at my list going, what am I going to do? Said a quick prayer to St. Anthony. I need you to help me out, St. Anthony. I need some food trucks. And he came through for me too. So we've got food trucks. And Now, do you want to talk about the speakers?
Yeah, she's got a slew of speakers and very, very informative speakers on Second Amendment and also on other things having to do with schools, because the whole theme of the Freedom Festival is they're trying to get schools to tell their parents and stuff that, to listen to what we have to say, and but she says it better.
Well, you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. So we are going to be starting at 10 o'clock, but at 9:50, I do have a young lady, not in her official capacity as rodeo queen, but in an unofficial capacity, not in her wardrobe, is going to actually ride her horse. And
wow.
so that alleyway, that this little area right here, she is going to come in this way and then come to the stage, and she is going to present our colors of our United States flag, bring it up to the stage for us. And we will start then with Roger Pickerel is going to do our invocation. And from there, we will have all the children in the crowd come up, and we're going to be doing our Pledge of Allegiance. And then, I'm so excited about this, Becca Shea. She is a singer-songwriter. She is just a beautiful Native American woman with a powerful voice. She has performed in front of, I believe, President Trump and other people, and she's been in the business for 20 years. She is going to be singing our national anthem, and I am just so honored to have her there. And you know what? It's going to be, the anthem makes me choke up, but I know hearing her sing, I'm definitely going to get choked up. And she's also, you can look her up on YouTube, recording artist. She's got some beautiful songs out there. She's also going to be doing one of her songs at noontime. And then at closing ceremonies, we're going to close with her singing one of her songs also.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And so after that, then we are going to have the mayor of Glendale, Jerry Wires, is going to do a welcome to us and talk. Shortly after that, then we will have Arizona State Senator Wendy Rogers take the stage. And we know Wendy. We love Wendy.
She's been there for a few times.
Senator Rogers is so inspirational, such a powerful speaker. Following her, we will have our current Senate President, Warren Peterson, who is also running for our Attorney General. He will be up on the stage. And after that, do you want me to just kind of go through the list of all the speakers, or what would you like me to do?
Yeah, you could mention a few.
Okay, so Michael Faznan, who is our AZ CDL chief lobbyist, and this man is tireless. He works so hard down at the Capitol, fighting for our Second Amendment rights, helping to write good firearm legislation, and he is just a powerhouse. He will be taking the stage. And then I'm going to skip over here. Ocean Razzo is going
Our
to be on
friend
stage.
Ocean.
Yep, your friend Ocean, preserving freedom for the next generation.
And we'll interview him too at our booth.
Yep, and so
But
he
he's
will
gonna
be there.
He's going to be speaking. We'll look forward to seeing you, Ocean, because I know he's watching us now.
I know you are. Hi, Ocean. Then Kaylee Neiman, who is an executive with Gun Owners of America. She is going to be talking about Eric Pratt, our senior vice president, his new book, Education Armed for Liberty, that we are promoting to homeschooling and charter schools for them to bring into their schools with the right history, the correct, the true, accurate history of America. So Armed for Liberty. And Kaylee is also the co-host of GOA's State of the Second podcast. You can find that out there too. And Ali Valdez with GOA, she is talking about our new initiative, GOA Foresa 2A, and she is leading our Hispanic division of GOA in helping to educate and be able to train and educate our Hispanic communities and understanding our Second Amendment rights. And so she will be bringing a powerful message. Our keynote speaker will be Mark W. Smith, host of Four Boxes Diner. He's also a YouTube person. He is, his show addresses all of the legal things that are going on in our country at the Supreme Court level. And our organization, GOA, you know us, we're all about filing lawsuits. That's what we do. And that's why we do fundraisers, because we got to pay these guys. But we are fighting the anti-gun community. And we're going to talk about Virginia here in a little bit.
Right.
Because you now have a governor and you have a legislature that are passing horrible firearm laws and turning everyday citizens into criminals. And
Virginia is getting really bad, folks.
and that's something that we'll touch on a little bit more.
Because of a Democratic governor.
Absolutely. And this is what happens. Elections have consequences, folks. They do. And if you don't vote, we could become, just like Virginia, we could become like Chicago. And we'll talk about that one in a little bit, too, what's going on there.
You have Shane Krauser, right?
Yes, we do. Shane will be there also. Cyn.ladd will be there, and John is the president of Crime Prevention Research Center. John is brilliant. He is a statistician. He's the person who will be watching TV and hearing some politician quote some statistic. And I'm going to just tell you guys, people can quote statistics all day long. I can quote and tell you that women who are my age are smarter than men our age, and that's a proven fact by 99%. Okay, well, yeah, that might be true, but I have no proof for that. But I can quote some sort of stat and not really have something to back it up, and we see that happening all the time out there when it comes to the Second Amendment or comes to crimes or shootings taking place in gun-free zones or things that happen in schools. And these politicians will take this information and they will twist it and turn it, and you can manipulate stats any way that you want. But Cyn.ladd, he calls them out on it, because he does the research and he has the stats to be able to prove the truth.
We need experts like him,
yes,
to inform us.
So next up would be Christy Narcy. Christy is the president of Freedom Academy, and this is another charter school that, if you're noticing a theme here, I hope you are. We, GOA, fully support charter schools and homeschooling because we believe strongly in children getting the right education, not some educator's agenda, not some school board's agenda, but having children learn the basic reading, writing, and arithmetic and the real history of this country. And so Christy Narcy is a little powerhouse, and she is going to be talking about Freedom Academy and the various things that she's working on out there too.
That's going to be a good speaker.
Yes, she is. Turning Point will be there with Kate Bieber. Clayton Wilcox, I tell you, you and I were just talking about this one. Clayton Wilcox is the president of AZCDL Foundation. AZCDL Foundation supports a program called Faster Saves Lives. Faster is a training program where a school can opt into this. They will provide training for the staff, for the teachers, anyone else within the school bus drivers who want to learn about firearms. You know, more than likely they usually have some type of experience, but it's not a mandatory program. It is an opt-in, and then the school board has voted that they want to arm their teachers, their staff, to make their schools safer. And so the key to this, that not only are they learning firearm training and how to defend themselves, how to defend their children, how to harden their classrooms so that if somebody were to breach the doors and come inside, what they can do to shelter in place, but also take matters into their own hands if they have to. But along with that is the medical training. They learn how to apply a tourniquet. They learn how to pack gunshot wounds. So many of these situations that happen where a murderer, I don't like to call them a shooter, I'm a shooter, but these crazy murderers who come into our schools wanting to destroy life, they come in and they go on a rampage. So many children could be saved if the schools would bring in the training so that teachers and staff would learn how to help these children or help staff with being able to apply tourniquets and put in stop some form of stopping the bleed. So the training is extremely important.
The speakers are very informative. And what about vendors? You have quite a few vendors?
I do. I have.
We have like 5 minutes left. So
We got 65 vendors signed up. It's across the board with a lot of people from the firearm community. We have a lot of nonprofits that are going to be there. We have for any of our political candidates that are watching, we are offering a free 10x10 booth to any 2A friendly political candidate if they want to have a booth there. And all you have to do is contact me. I still have some space left, but you have to contact me so I can get you registered for a booth.
You want to give your information? I think it's right here.
Yes, I do. And so you can. What am I looking for? I know all of this. So you can reach me at Cyn.ladd, Cyn.ladd at gunowners.org, and it's CYN.LADD at gunowners.org. And send me your email. I will reach out to you, and we will get you registered.
That's awesome, because I know the candidates are always looking for exposure, and if you could get in for free, that's even better.
Absolutely.
I had a question. Tell me just quick then about the kids space, because I'm so excited for that, for this year.
So that was another reason why we had to move off of the other space, because I wanted to have a huge kid space. So real quick, we have a bounce house, a huge bounce house with slide for all the little buckaroos out there. And then we have a mechanical bull that has a blow-up mat, and this mechanical bull is the real deal. So it's for adults, it is for children. We're going to get George on it.
A child at heart. A child at heart.
Child at heart. Yep, we're going to get on there. So we hired their operator. We're not running it. So they've got an operator.
I feel a little safer already.
Yes. So we can say, slow for granny here. I don't buck me off. So the mechanical bull, we have one of my vendors is bringing their airsoft range. So we will have that set up. They're going to be teaching kids about firearm safety. We also have our Daisy BB gun inflatable range will be there, that we will again be teaching children.
Her sons are going to like that.
We're going to be teaching children how to fire a BB gun. Again, we'll be talking about the 4 safety rules with children. So when kids walk away from the children's area, they're going to have a good idea. What is a gun? What do you do if you come across a firearm? You walk away, kids. You walk away. You leave it. You don't touch it. And you find an adult and you tell them. And so we're going to be installing these ideas and principles into children for firearm safety. We also have a face painter. We have cotton candy. We have snow cones. We have ice cream. We have popcorn and balloons and other games.
I'm going to be a kid again.
Yes. And I got a whole bunch of these huge, it's for making bubbles. And so you dip this big wand in and then you spread it and you go like this, and it makes
big
these
bubbles.
Gigantic big bubbles. We'll have that going on. So the kids area is going to be just a ton of fun. And I do have another one of my vendors. She has a dog named Teddy, and they're going to be set up in the kids area. And Teddy is a rescue, but he is also a service dog, and he is there just for the children to come up, pet. Yeah, so if I have anybody that's maybe having a little bit of a bad day, can go see Teddy and calm down. And yes, so.
If he disappears, check my kids first. Okay?
And you have a first aid section.
We do have a little first aid tent. We will have bottles of water set up, randomly around, just hydration. Want to make sure that people are safe. I do want to say real quick, and I'll say it really, really fast. We are having a panel with 6 people who have survived. It is our survivalist panel. They have survived a self-defense incident, and they are going to be telling their stories of what happened, what they went through, how it changed them, and where they are today. And these stories, I know every single one of these people, and I know their stories, and a lot of these people you have never heard of before. They're flying in to Phoenix to tell these stories, and they're very powerful. So I hope you come out and hear
So,
them.
Chipsters, you have to go. Freedom Festival, it's in Glendale, and it's very close. It's rugged, it's free, and it's unmistakably Arizona. So come, enjoy. We're going to be there till 2 p.m., I believe, right?
4.
It's
Till
till
4
4.
p.m.
To 4 p.m.
And we'll be the Chips and Salsa crew will be there, and so will a lot of other people. Come meet friends, bring kids, because now it's kid
Definitely
friendly.
kids. Bring
so
kids.
it's a big space right next to the what is it? The Civic Center.
The east
and
parking
it's a
lot.
big parking lot off of 57th Avenue.
Yep.
Please come enjoy. It's going to be nice and warm, and not as hot as it's been, but it's going to be warm. So
Right.
be prepared.
But I do have a tent. I have 800 square feet that will be under a tent in front of the stage. So we will have some shading area for you to cool down.
Yep.
And
It's a-
tables and chairs in that area.
This is going to be fantastic. We invite you all to come to see this. We've been there several years. Me, Cheryl, Eric, and this is a new spot, but it's the same show, and it's a bigger show, and it's we're gonna rock your boat. So
well, thank you very much for having me. I
watch
really
Thank you so
I
much for
appreciate
coming.
it. Yeah.
So I want to say, watch your kids around water, around the pool. Be a responsible parent. Don't leave kids or pets unattended in your vehicle. And other than that, we'll see you again on the Chips and Salsa Show. Thank you for coming, Cynthia, and thanks for joining me, Cheryl.
Yes.
And Eric, thank you for putting this show on. He makes this look so easy, but it's hard.
Do we get to eat chips now?
Yes.
Yep. Now
have
we eat
all the
chips.
chips and
We'll all
salsa.
eat.
I'm going to have a chip. We'll see you on
Bye.
Saturday.
See you on
We'll
Saturday.
see you there.